LUX, man.
That
this
was
one.
That was the song I got to do the pucker face riff in.
Yeah,
you hit the
the
verse
brown
and
note.
Like,
Hit that brown note, man. I can't.
Good luck, Frank. We need to make a part that just cries when you hear this.
When we throw a blast beat in that's all 30-second notes.
Send it to Frank with this warning and a note and say, put on your brown pants.
I let Matt listen to this one, and I knew the reaction I was going to get when we hit the verse, because the verse is so nasty, and it's just nonstop screaming, and he's never been much for that, and I've never done it before. I'm not, especially not in a verse, but we just went for it, and I let him listen to it, and it gets into the verse, and it starts off screaming, and he's reacting the way I'm anticipating that he would react, and then it keeps going. He looks at me and he goes, "It's still going." Like, why are you still screaming? Why is it still going?
I remember Brandon telling me, like, I think we had wrote, obviously we had Masquerade Devices and Gravity, and then we had Mr. Negative, and we had The Anchor, and A World We Gave Away, and it was getting to the end of the album. He goes, well, maybe we need to do a little something heavier, and I was like, I'm not great at that.
This one was a challenge for us. It really was.
Yeah, to write something that's like heavy, but still interesting and still catchy is very, very hard, and also not sound like just anything else that would be that way.
Yeah, and not just sound like this is our meager attempt at, metalcore or something. Like, we didn't want it to seem like, hey guys, look, we can do metalcore too.
It wasn't even on the we don't set out to say, let's write a metal song or let's write whatever. It's I don't remember what song we were in there recording. We were in Rob's studio, and he's a big 7-string player, and so I picked up one of his 7 strings and I was just kind of doodling on it.
Yeah.
And we come up with this riff, and it's one of those that like kind of reverses back into itself over and over again. And
took us a minute to like kind of dial it in, but like once he did, I was just like, oh my god, that's so cool.
Rob walks in and he said, that's an awesome riff. I'm like, you can have it if you want to join the band.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, dude, I dig that. Cool.
I always thought it was a throwaway thing. I was just doodling, and then I said, well, "Can you at least, like, so I can remember what I was doing? Can you at least just do it like?"
I was adamant too. Like, let's record this so we don't forget it.
I didn't even do it to a click.
Yeah.
I just did it.
You just did it.
I just did it so that he could just send me the raw track so I could remember what it was.
Yeah.
But then he sends it and he had wrote drums to it.
Yeah. He liked it so much that he slapped drums on that thing, and it was so sick. It was awesome.
Like, everybody was in love with it, so we were like, we gotta make a metal song now. And then we couldn't find anything to go with it. And then,
oh man,
somehow after all like the failed weeks and weeks of attempts
and beating our heads against the wall, week after week.
I had this other riff, and I remember at first we were talking about making it a verse, and I was like, it's too strong for a verse. I think, I think the one that was like, maybe we should scrap the original riff and just use this one, which would became the chorus.
I think so. I agree with that, because like I was holding on to it so hard, but like there wasn't. We literally just hit so many dead ends. Like, I mean, we tried really hard because we both loved that riff. Rob loved the riff. Everybody else that had heard it just loved that riff, and we didn't know where to go. Like once, like, you know, Keith made the suggestion, maybe we should just, you know, shelf that for now. You know, once we just let go of it, it was just like, it was so much easier to complete the idea that was the song that was becoming Lux.
And that was the second to last song done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you had writer's block on it for so long, and I wanted to make it work because it was so unique to what we would normally do.
Yeah.
And that I booked the studio before we were done with the song.
Oh yeah.
We get to the bridge, and we run out of time, and it's that Friday before I go on the Saturday to go to record, and we're like,
we had just barely discussed it.
Yeah,
right?
we were like, well, what the bridge going to be? Well, it's going to need to be fast. We want to do double bass because, you know, it's a metal thing to do.
Yeah.
And then
very vague ideas.
And then in the studio, we came up with this 9/4 part. Just
I was not there.
And just spitballed, like, the bridge out. We spitballed it and then sent it to everybody.